This is really cool. Adams Express was founded in 1854 and is one of the oldest companies listed on the New York Stock Exchange. There's the ticker symbol ADX. It is one of only 5 companies that has continued to operate as a closed-end fund since 1929. It has paid dividends continuously since 1935, and they currently pay 6%. They basically will pay you 6% guaranteed. It's a managed closed-end fund, so they're promising you, or they're telling you that they're going to pay you 6%. Now there might be a situation where that can't happen. My personal experience with ADX as a previous shareholder, and I do own some shares now, is that for a while, if I recall correctly, they didn't actually have a guarantee on the dividend, but they were always paying over 6%. And then one day they changed it, and I think they just made this guarantee. And I think it's been several years since that happened. I'm going off memory here, but here it says it here. The annual distribution rate is the total dividends and distributions divided by the average month-end market price of the fund's common stock for the 12 months ended October 31. Perfect, right? And you say you have a commitment of 6%. And so they'll pay that at the end of the year. Let's see if we can find some dividends here. I don't see the dividend amounts. Here we see the return. See, the return is pretty good, right? 5 years, 8%. 10 years, only 1%. 3 years, 12%. 1 year is 15%. And then here are the holdings. These are the stocks that you get, basically. Basically, this fund owns these stocks. So this company, I believe, was founded in 1929, so pretty cool. Here are the stocks that it owns. There is another one that's very similar. It's right here actually. It's PEO. And this one is cool because it holds different things. And it also promises to pay 6%, just like ADX. You see there, 6%. Pretty cool, right? This one has less holdings. It has 57 holdings. You can see here the biggest holding is Exxon. Right, so this gives you exposure to the energy sector, which I think is really interesting. I think Exxon it's a great stock. Then you got CVX, ConocoPhillips, Linde PLC. These are big companies, and it gives you exposure to those. So as long as these companies grow, then PEO will grow as well. And the more they grow, usually the more the dividend you get. The stock itself, if I go to ADX here, let me just type in ADX. You can see the price, and let's just click maximum here. And you can see if you ignore the dividends, there is some growth, but I mean, look at this up here. What happened here? This was during the dot-com boom, 20-something, that crashed, right? 844, look at that. Wow, that was during the recession. And we still haven't beat these highs. These 2021 highs have still not been conquered. So, there possibly still is room to run here. I don't know. Just from a technical analysis standpoint, it's going to test a previous high, so we'll see if it's able to overcome it. So, the fund itself holds major stocks, as you see, and it guarantees 6%. So I think it's an interesting pick. It's a closed-end fund, so it's a little bit different from an ETF, but it's the same thing. It's bought and sold on an exchange, and this one's been around since 1929, so to me, that gives me some confidence on buying it. I also like that it's a very low price, right? Like one share. You can buy whole shares or fractional shares depending on where you're buying it. You actually can't buy this on Robinhood, believe it or not. There was some controversy a long time ago with Robinhood where there was something with, I think it was GameStop or something else, I don't recall. And there was something else that happened around that time, and they just restricted all closed-end funds along with a bunch of other stocks. But for some reason, they threw in closed-end funds in that category, and I don't know why, because this is something that's been around for a while. You can see it survived the dot-com boom and the recession. It's hanging in there, and it pays a huge dividend every year. So kind of a cool fund that I don't think a lot of people know about. Anyways, always make your own investing decisions, and if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, like, and all that stuff. Take care and be safe.